Hey, it's just DJ. How could they forget? It's DIJAI with Man Up Club presents back on Holy Culture Radio. How y'all doing today? I got my man with me today. We got a special guest. You want to do your intro, man? You got me?
Yeah, man. What's the word, man? It's Solo Swerve, all platforms everywhere. Solo_Swerve, man. What's
Yeah,
the word?
man.
How we coming today?
Oh man, it's a beautiful day. I think summertime finally done kicked in. We done had a couple of pool parties. The community been outside. It's been looking beautiful. I'm talking about beautiful. I don't even think it's been too many incidents.
Nah, not really. It depends, but it depends. But
Yeah.
everybody got their incidents. But overall, it's been a nice summer though. I say everybody been doing their thing. Connecting.
Yeah, man. And this your first time on the show.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
For sure. This my fifth, sixth, seventh time.
Yeah, I be seeing it.
I started off right where you was at though. And that's the beautiful part of what Mr. Dean and the Man Up Club is building. You can start off anywhere. The sky really the limit for the stuff that we do. So, with that said, who are you? Where you coming from? What you do?
I'm a little bit of everything. My main focus, I'm trying to be an artist, aspiring artist, but I'm an entrepreneur. I got, I dip and dabble in clothing brands. I got other stuff I do as well, but my main focus is music. I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota, area, East Side area.
For sure. How old you is?
I'm 23.
23. All right, cool. I got you by a couple years. I'm 25 now, and I get to be that big homie. I got big homie status.
That's
Unc them. Unc them for sure. So, man, look, I just wanted to start off and, for one, say thank you for making time. For two, what is one thing that you have on your mind just off the bat, just being on this platform, getting intro to this type of entertainment almost?
First and foremost, you welcome for having me, and thank you for letting me, get the honor of being on this. I really like what y'all do. Me, I'm not gonna say I'm too big on, watching this type of content or listening to this type of thing, but like, I be with you. So outside of this, I be with you, and you doing this type of stuff, me seeing you do this type of stuff, seeing the impact, you have on the community as well, like the little kids that be around, the stuff you do, the resources you get to kids, and just the voice, like, you feel me? I'm up here with a voice right now. It's people that probably don't even know I'm even a person. You feel me? But now I got a voice. You feel me? I like that. I honor that. That's 100.
For sure.
From where we come from, we need more stuff like that.
Exactly. And my job has been consistent. It's one of those things where consistency plays a big role in development.
For sure.
So I got to watch you too. I've been paying attention. You've been devoted to doing what you said you was gonna do.
Facts.
For sure. I mean, from A to Z, just sitting down, planning stuff out. You got a team. Mm-hmm. You got a team for sure. Shout out to your team.
I don't want to interrupt you, but man, shout out my team, R2R. My guys, my boys. We make everything happen together as a unit, and I love that.
For sure. And it's just like this platform, and really everywhere. There's no big eyes, little U's in this.
You can't do that.
You can't
do that.
You can't even build a relationship off of that.
Nah, nobody want to be used, but it's like everything is a yin and yang. You feel me? If I benefit you, it'll be nice for you to benefit me. It's just it's life. We grown now.
Exactly.
You feel me? We not at the park kicking it no more.
Man, and I got to a point where I had to substitute money. Because I used to look at money as just the end all be all of stuff, where it's like, if I make $1 million, I'm good.
What's crazy is, to be honest, I used to have that same mindset. You feel me? And what I learned from that is, you can have $1 million, but you ain't got 1 million places to put it in. It really don't matter. You feel me? So it's like, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, and just talking a little bit more about your journey. Who invested in you? Who was your inspiration behind doing some of the stuff that you did?
As far as inspiration, I would say it's just, I would say my past life. You feel me? Everything from how I grew up, the situations I was in, and I always had people I didn't want to be like.
Yeah.
So that's what molded me into basically like how I was moving and stuff. And then my big brother, before he went to jail, free bro, we was working on some stuff. Like, this was when I was young though, like middle school. You feel me? He used to do the music, And then when he left, I'm like, remember, like my sister played his music. You feel me? I'm like, I gotta keep this going, you know? And then at a point in time, it just became like, all right, now my homies like it.
Yeah.
And then I drop a something on, social media. Now they like it. So it's
Yeah.
like you gotta do it. It's like sometimes when you get that calling, sometimes you feel me, you get a feeling like
Yeah.
this what I gotta do.
Yeah, and you
So
spoke on the calling, man. What do music mean to you? What do music do for you?
man, music do so much for me, like mentally, physically, like really physically. Like it's crazy to say, music does, like, you feel me. It keep you in shape. You feel me? Like people work out, but you gonna work out to some music.
Yeah.
You feel me? You can go out for a run, but you feel me? Like when you sad, certain music can help you. When you happy, music is just it's universal. It's like it's so much
Yeah.
things you can do with it. You can literally get on here and talk A B C D E and don't even have to have a beat, but
Yeah.
somebody will register it as music. You feel
Exactly.
me? So
And
music is just, I don't know.
I'm glad you said it like that, man, because look, I went Christian hip hop.
Hmm.
I went a whole different lane, and people was like, that music
It's different.
is different.
I can't name one person that's from where we be from that's coming like how you coming.
And it's not even, and for people who don't know what CHH music is, it's not what people think. It's not the most holy people doing the most holy thing
no, yeah,
and trying to push a
That's what I was thinking at first when you first brought it to my attention. When I'm like you feel me? You was like, this what lane I'm in. I'm like, let
Yeah.
me see your lane. And when you show me, I'm like, oh, so you don't necessarily got to talk about going to church,
Nah.
drinking wine, eating a little. You ain't got to talk about all that all the
Nah.
time. You feel me? But you feel me? The message is there.
Yeah, it's a different way of telling your story.
For sure.
So you said a calling too.
Mhm.
You said music calling, like it's something that heal you.
Yeah.
For me, it was the same thing. But in order to get to my future, I had to face my past more.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
yeah,
Everybody, I feel like naturally, everybody is broken in some point. You
Yep.
feel me? But it's like what broke you probably ain't broke me. So I might need an ace bandage. You might need surgery. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like it's two different things that can heal us. You feel me?
Exactly.
But it's all the same thing, universal way.
Exactly. And man, I'm like I said, I'm grateful for another day.
Facts.
Because making 25, it don't look too easy where we from.
It's not too easy where we
And
from.
we keep saying where we from. Can you please tell the people where you from, man? What side of town you from? What it look like, man? What do your day-to-day look like when you wake up? You know?
Man, I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota, East St. Paul to be exact. Day to day is just like, all right, let me not get on here capping about like it's just the worst. You feel me? It's not the worst. You feel me? Everybody got their goods, everybody got their bads. But what I can say the day to day wise, it's like you wake up and you see poverty. Like
Yeah.
that's natural. Like nowadays where I'm from, the kids don't want to go to school no more. They want to be in the streets. You
Yeah.
feel me? They looking up to all the stuff that was created a couple years ago. They
Yeah.
ran with that type of stuff. And then it's like it's really no guidance out here for real. Like it's no like I'm gonna keep it street. This is a platform, and I just feel like back in the day when all the kids and everybody wanted to be so gang, it used to be like, you feel me? Not everybody could be gang.
Exactly.
You feel me? It could be 10 of y'all, and then, you feel me? Only 3 people, 2 people would be accepted. But it's like now, no structure, no guidance.
Damn.
It's no resources out here for these kids at all. They don't even really got the gyms open on the weekends,
Yeah.
you feel me? They make everything too high.
Yeah.
You feel me? Everything costs $20, $30. These kids ain't even got $10 to their name, you feel me?
Exactly.
And that's why I feel like that's why I say in our community it's not easy because like you said, soon as you hit 18, you feel me? You got another year in high school left. You don't want to go to
Yeah.
school not fresh,
Yeah.
but at the same time you ain't got the money to go do that. So what is you gonna do? You
Exactly.
gonna go out there and try to get fresh, but that can lead you in a lot of places, dead, jail, in a situation you can't get yourself out of.
Man.
So it's like I just feel like in my
Yeah.
community, like you said, it's hard. 25, that's hard. I know
Man.
homies that didn't get to see 17.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like, and that's where we come from.
Yeah. And you mentioned school, man. I got kicked out. I was out when I was 16.
That's
I
real.
was blessed to get my GED and high school diploma. Like they told me, they was like, you not gonna be able to do nothing else after this. When I got in trouble, it was bad, bro. Like I had, to your point, I wasn't even broken. Like
Mhm.
I didn't even fear the consequence because I knew what I was doing
Yeah.
and I knew what I needed. And I knew if I was gonna do something, I was gonna do something that I was comfortable doing.
Right.
So then it took me to get uncomfortable to really see myself make progress.
Yeah.
That cycle is vicious though. That cycle is vicious.
That's where a lot of people fall. It's like sometimes people don't see the progress because they so, you feel me? But like eventually if you keep working, you just got all I can say is you just gotta be smart. You feel me? It's like you gotta think like you don't want your mama to feel bad. Why would you gonna make somebody else mama feel bad? You know, like your mom don't want to see you in jail. Like you just gotta get out and do it. It's a lot of legal ways to make money. It's a lot of it's nowadays. This is the age of social media and businesses.
Exactly.
You don't gotta know nothing, and you can walk outside with a bottle, a case of water, and now you the waterman. Like that's what type of world we live in.
It's so crazy though, and I'm an entrepreneur too. I'm a CEO. I started businesses, but it was so crazy. At this point in age, nobody wants to work for anybody.
That's just natural. I mean, I'm not gonna say natural, but it's like nobody want to work for nobody. But the thing though is like, if you're not gonna work for nobody, work for yourself. But nowadays, these people not even working for themselves.
Yeah, they don't want to do nothing. I mean, but that lack of motivation that came after COVID. That comfort that people got in getting handed stuff or you know living off of the next thing instead of getting up and actually grinding for it. I don't blame people. Like I can't even sit here and be like, oh, I'm perfect and I was doing everything the right way and all of that 3 years ago. You know,
sure.
I just found my faith for real this year. Like I really had to sit down and reflect on where I was at, where I wanted to be, and what I had to go through to get there.
Yeah.
And once I did that, I was like, oh, I'm missing something. Like when we had conversations in the past, bro, nobody talked about praying, but I found out everybody was praying.
Yeah. And that's crazy. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like we sit on this platform, like we used to be out kicking it, doing stuff, and it's like when we used to sit and just be in the circle really talking, you find out a lot of people turn to God.
Exactly. But at the worst times though.
And thank you.
At the worst times, and before we get too deep into it, I'm gonna leave it for the next segment, man. Turning to God when you need to, rather when you want to. And I think a lot of people want to, but they wait until they need to.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna lead that there. It's Man Up Club presents on Holy Culture Radio. I got my man with me.
Solo Swerve, man.
Yes, sir. Go check him out on all platforms. I'm converting people. That's my goal. That's my goal, is to get people to open their eyes to new opportunities, not to take all of them. But man, I am so grateful for today. This is one of those days that you cannot take for granted, and you have to be thankful for it. We're back again with the Man Up Club presents on Holy Culture Radio. I got my boy Solo Swerve with me, and we just dived in deep on something that we need to touch as a community. Swerve, we started ending the last segment. We talked about people wanting to go to God but waiting until they need him.
Yeah, man. Let God start on this, man.
Wait. Before you start there, let me ask you a question. Because like I said, I had no idea people prayed as much as they did. Mm-hmm. I stopped praying for like years, bro. Like outside of little stuff like my family praying on Thanksgiving and, you know, Easter come around and everybody, you know. Yeah, exactly. Everybody pretending a little bit. Other than pretending like I was really praying, bro, I didn't pray. Mm-hmm. What is your prayer schedule like? Like, what do you?
I mean, my prayer schedule is frequent. Like honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Back then, it used to be like things go bad, I just be like God, please. But what honestly woke me up, I will let y'all in on a little secret, man. So it was like a year or two ago, I think it was. I had got arrested, right? But I was on probation. So I'm like, I know they gonna hold me. I know I'm not going home, you feel me? So I'm in there, I'm just praying though, like, I'm thanking God for everything. I'm like, you feel me? Like, I thank you, you know? I'm sorry for the things I done. I'm sorry, you know, I'm really talking to this man though, you feel me? But it's like, in a sense, you know, I'm not hearing nothing, but I'm hearing something. You know what I'm saying? It's more of like a, like, I was like heavy sitting in there, you know, but like I got court in the morning, so I'm just like what's the worst it could do?
Exactly.
Then I'm like, it just started feeling a little light. I wake up in the morning, called I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even had no lawyer. I had a public defender. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm on the phone with the public defender. I'm not gonna lie, they're only
It's looking bad.
they're off. They're starting you at 180 days. They're
Yup.
not lowering it, nothing.
Uh,
I'm like 180 days. That's gonna throw off everything I got going
Exactly.
on. Like that's gonna put me back at square one.
Yep.
I go back to myself before court. I really drop down. When I drop down, I say I
Hey.
drop down to my knees, folks, and I'm just literally talking to this man like, what's for me is for me.
Yep.
What's not is not. If you need me to stay in here, maybe it's something bad that's gonna happen to me out there.
Exactly.
Like I just gave it to him. Like I'm not worried about it no more.
Exactly.
When I go in the court, come to find out what I was in there for, basically was thrown out because I was only on probation for like an hour before that happened.
Right.
Like I went to court, left, and got a case as soon as I left court.
Yeah.
You feel me? So come to find out,
Consistency.
it that don't matter to them. So they let me go. Blah, blah, blah. Do what you keep doing. Make sure you're on the right path. That's their fault. They did all that, and I'm like,
Exactly.
this man really works.
And that's what I'm saying. So a lot of times, for one, it's a thing with people not knowing what the consequence of their actions is.
For sure.
So they can't accept it.
For sure.
They cannot accept the
For
fact
sure.
that they done did something wrong and something bad is finna happen after that. Like, I think for us, and this is where I can almost separate people a little bit, right? So you got people who understand what they're doing and they know it's wrong, but they gotta do it.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta do it. It's people who understand they're wrong, don't understand that there's a consequence, and don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got those people who just follow. Now, I don't want to talk down on nobody. I'm not even here for that. For the people who are following, though, they gotta find a purpose. Because if you don't know why you doing it,
you're doing anything.
Then you're doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know why you doing it and you doing anything, then 9 times out of 10, you not ready to live with the consequence of doing anything.
Of course, because if you go every day, day to day, doing different things, you don't know what's worth risking. You know what I'm saying? You could risk this, that. You feel me? Like me personally, that's why I said when I was in there and I'm like, this gonna mess up everything.
Yeah.
I'm the big brother.
Yep.
I'm the one that make the house go good. You feel me? Yeah, I stay by myself. My OG and them, they live fine, but I'm the one that make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like 180 days without me being there. I don't know what's gonna go. You feel me? And that really smacked me on the neck. Wow, like you can't be doing that. If you go down, you not only affecting yourself.
Exactly.
And that's selfish for me being a grown man though, and knowing what I came from and having my family like my family, my OG, my pops.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm fortunate enough for that. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then when I needed them, for them to sacrifice how they did,
Yeah.
I'd be dumb to be doing the same thing, risking this, knowing I gotta help them.
Exactly.
That as a man, you're not supposed to live like that.
And I was like,
family first.
Family first. And I talked to Mr. Dean about this too, where I was like, bro, I don't even want to connect with people about trauma no more. Like, I don't even want to really keep reliving my trauma to be successful.
Can I tell you something?
What's the word?
And this is what I feel like. I used to think the same thing.
Yeah.
But what me, this it don't work for everybody. But me, I learned like when I faced my trauma, I started breaking it down. I started understanding that like, okay, this what happened. But how did it get there? You did this. How did you get there? You did that. What did you do before that? You did this. So I started breaking it down like that. Like some trauma is trauma. Some things you can't, you feel me? Like you can leave here and a random rock just hit you in the face. You couldn't control that, bro.
Yeah.
You couldn't.
Yeah.
That's gonna cause, a little trauma. You walk out the door next time, you probably looking left and right. You can't cause that. But you go outside, you see something that say, don't hit this wall. You hit it and a rock hit you in the head. That's your fault.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And look, for one, thank you again for telling us how to cope.
Mm-hmm.
My coping mechanism is broke. It was broken for a minute. I did not know how to cope. So what I did, I was helping people.
Yep.
Right, with anything. I didn't care what you needed help with. I was going to help you.
That's because that's who you is, though.
But that's because I know if I feel good, even if I go outside and get hit in the face with a rock, I'ma still feel good. Right? And the only thing that was really giving me that same type of feeling was helping other people, especially my people.
Right.
So then when everything hit the fan and I'm looking and I'm reflecting, I'm like, what have I really done? You feel me? That I can't lose. And I'm sitting there and I'm writing it down, bro. I'm literally like a song, bro. I'm doing bullet points of stuff that I did.
Hey, facts.
And erasing the stuff that don't matter.
Please tell them something.
Like
tell
for
them
real,
something.
like for real. So then
real.
I'm looking and all that I got left on my list is stuff that I did unselfishly for other people. Like I didn't even get paid for it. I didn't ask nobody for no reward. People don't even know I did it. Like I'm looking at this list and I'm irritated. I'm getting mad at myself because I'm like, I invested so much more time in being selfish than helping people that now I gotta work twice as hard to be a good person all the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm labeled already. I'm a felon.
You is.
I've been in jail. My first run was 298 days. So it was like, all I did was learn how to be a better criminal.
Literally.
I literally sat there with people who was like, hey, when you get out, I got a phone number for you.
That's what it is.
But that's all it is.
Literally.
And I keep telling people, even like JDC, bro, one time we got in trouble, bro. I didn't know where my homies went until I went to jail and was like, oh, this cool. Because I hang out with older people. I ain't even going to act like I hung out with my age or anything. Like, you know who my brothers is, but I was more attracted to learning from
the old heads.
The old heads, because they did it already. You talk to somebody when you 12 years old and they tell you they just did your whole life locked up and came back and they got something. I want to know how they didn't lose.
That's how it is. Like 100, like, and I'm going to keep it straight. Anybody that's from Minnesota, I know this from around the world, but Minnesota specifically, Hennepin County, they put you in a pod with a lot of people.
Hey, it's 13 people on bunks.
I'm talking about dude over there, he outside doing it.
Yup.
Dude over there, he outside living it.
Yeah.
Dude over there, he going through it. Like,
yeah.
like that is crazy. And like you get to see, like,
hey,
man.
You want to know the worst thing about jail? I learned it was just like social media. You could be anybody you want when you walk in that door.
Don't nobody know you.
Don't nobody know you.
But this the thing. If you lying, you better not get your number or your social media out, because when they get out, they gonna look.
Let them see that paperwork.
They gonna look.
Do not let them see that paperwork. Look, it was so crazy.
Just make sure your paperwork good too, though. You know, I'm not. You know, you gotta.
No, just don't
even have
don't
paperwork.
Get no paperwork.
You don't even. You don't even need paperwork, man. Do good and right. It's not hard to do right.
It's not hard. It's not hard to wait. No. A lot of people think that we gotta do stuff now.
That comes from social media.
Yeah.
You wanna know why? It's millions of people on there, and every time you see somebody, they look like they doing good, but you ain't noticed they posted this. They last post was 2 months ago.
Yep.
You don't know what they went through in that 2 months. All you see is, oh, he just got a chain, he got a car. You don't know that man probably just lost his mama. That man probably lost his job.
Yep.
That man probably done went through some real life experiences in them 2 months, but you don't see that. You think, oh, he got that, so you want that. Exactly. But you don't know what he just had to do for this.
You don't know what we
countless
sacrificed.
Hours.
Man.
He could have went to a party. He was working.
Yeah.
Like, they don't see that. Yeah, they don't see that.
They see what they want to or what they familiar with. When they get uncomfortable or they see something that they not familiar with, they close their eyes and their ears. They don't want to hear nor see that.
No.
When you tell somebody they're doing wrong, they don't want to hear that. When they see you doing wrong,
they'll tell you. But the world nowadays, nobody, well, I'm not going to say nobody, but it's like nowadays, the world don't like criticism or they can't take critique. And it's crazy because it's like, you going 1, 2, 3, 7, but if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know, like, you could have just accomplished so much, but you think I'm telling you doing it wrong.
Exactly.
I'm just telling you I see you stepping. Yeah. You step wrong once.
And you gotta take what people say in consideration.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people think. They think it's indefinite. Like, whatever I tell you right now is the truth, and you have to listen to what I got to say. And that was the problem with me in church, though, because I told that story on a different podcast, bro. I got kicked out of a church.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walked in.
They can kick you out of church.
Yeah, they could kindly ask you to leave. politely.
Politely.
May God be with
facts,
you. No, and it was so discouraging though.
Oh, yeah,
Cause then
facts.
I'm like, I wanted to bring my homies to church because I'm thinking I'm doing something different. And I'm young, so I'm like, oh, they just gave me some food. They took care of me. But it's a perception thing. And I think what a lot of people have to understand is perception can cause you to not like people prematurely. So if I sit here, bro, and we overly vigilant,
Yeah.
you gotta pay
Yeah, that's
attention.
how we was raised.
If we see a group of people across the street,
We're not gonna stop looking at them until they pass us. No,
exactly, we not gonna stop until we know we safe. And I think in this generation and this time, that sense of security just not there.
No,
And we working towards it though.
for sure.
We working towards it. Little stuff like this, it count.
They
I
do.
don't know if you seen them numbers, but them numbers numbering.
Nah, fact.
Numbers numbering. So we
lie,
working.
women lie, numbers don't.
Numbers don't lie, man. Listen to God. Hey, it's your man DJ, and we back again with another segment on this amazing episode. My man Loud been in here, Solo Swerve been in here dropping gems, man, and really encouraging people to do things the right way. When we talk about doing things the right way, you got to remember it's always two sides to a coin.
Mm-hmm.
It's always two sides to a coin, and if you flip it, you don't get to determine what side it land on all the time.
Fact.
So, man.
But if you keep trying, it's gonna get to where you're trying to have it land on.
Man.
So,
And instead of leaning too far into a certain topic, I just want to give you the opportunity to voice anything you got on your mind with whatever you feeling, man.
as far as what sense though?
Oh, in the sense of just how you feeling today, man? What got you up? What encouraging you today to get up and get moving, man?
Man, I'm blessed every day. Like, this is a blessing. I get to see the streets. I'm seeing cars ride by. I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, this is a blessing. You know, what gets me going up is just like in real life. I got people that can't do this. I got people that can never get up again. I got people that when they get up, they see in bars. They not even getting up because they want to. The big man with the badge told them to get up.
Exactly.
You know, and you feel me? Like, this what keeps me going every day. The power of knowing that if I do what I'm trying to do, I can do it.
Exactly.
I'm willing and I'm free right now. You know,
Yeah.
even though life in society as a black male, it's different,
Yeah.
but I can still do it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and how long does it take to be successful?
I mean, it's a never-ending process. It's a
Yeah.
never-ending process. To be successful, it's like, I feel honestly, what makes me successful is just being better than I was yesterday, being able to take care of my family, and that's all. I'm successful for that. Like, that makes me successful. And life-wise. Now, if
Yeah.
we talking business-wise, set goals, achieve them, work towards them.
Yup.
That make you successful. But if you out here doing what you supposed to do, living right, doing right by God, doing right by people, doing right by your neighbor, like,
Yeah. And
you successful.
look, a lot of people, and I'm gonna say it like this because I get to speak on my people more than I get to speak on anybody else. A lot of young black men fear being successful. Like, they fear outshining their peers.
Winner's guilt.
Hey, it's a horrible feeling. They say
It
it's
is.
lonely at the top and
It
all of
definitely is.
to burden somebody with your success is a bittersweet thing. Like, I done had real conversations and real heated arguments with people because they told me that I feel like I'm better than them. Hey, keyword. They told me
and this is what
that I feel like I'm better than them.
And let me touch on that real fast. I can say I felt the same thing. Like, say I was doing something and I'm like, we just gonna use, for instance, the money grid. We're gonna use the money grid.
Yeah.
Say my man's got $1,000 to his name.
Yep.
I just made 20 bands. And I go up to him like, bro, it's gonna feel like you bragging.
Yeah.
But this the thing. This is where and this is where another thing of me comes in.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't like when I won and my brother's not winning.
Exactly.
When I go get fresh, I want my brother to go get fresh.
Exactly.
And so what I started doing is like trial and error. Like, you feel me? If I'm in position, I'm gonna help you get in a position
Yeah.
one way or another. You might got to go through 4, 5 different things to find what you good at.
Yeah.
But a lot of people not able to find what they good at because they don't have the means to. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like a lot of people don't know what they good at because they struggling to try something.
Exactly. And I had to open my eyes to a lot of different ways of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about mindsets, whether you talking about religion, whether you talking about business, when you think success in general, I had to change the way that I thought. One segment we talked about going to go talk to people who don't look like us. Like we sat there and we dissected what we do when I see a white man across the street with his family. I'm ashamed of, I used to be ashamed of where I was from, to the point where I didn't even want him to really see me where I was at. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me straighten up. Let me pull my pants up. And out of respect to his kids, not even really him, but I always take him into consideration because he the man and he the one who gonna protect or supposed to protect his family at all times.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a lot of pressure when it not only being successful, but being a young black man where we live in this society of expectations. The expectation for me is that I go to jail a lot of times. Like in the beginning, when I started doing positive stuff, people was just watching to wait until I did something negative.
That's what they all gonna do. Everybody.
And it didn't matter. It did not matter how much positive stuff I did.
Everybody like to see people do good. It's not better than what they doing. Like, and that's like, you feel me? Like, come on, man. Be honest with yourself, bro. You honestly think like this how I feel the world is, and I could be wrong, and you feel me? This is me. This is me coming off my life situations, things I've been through. But like in the world, how you said like you used to feel like you was ashamed. You feel me? That man over there not from he not, you know, like he not
gonna understand.
And that's the thing. Me personally, I started noticing that.
Yeah.
Like I know for a fact, like if I'm, let's say for instance, I'm in the area and it's just me and all my boys. You feel me? We just cooling.
Yep.
A lot of people would drive by and have their own,
Yep.
you know, thought process on what we doing. 3 of them probably have weapons. 2 of them are probably selling drugs. You don't know. We just kicking it.
We
bro,
fun.
Little sister probably just then graduated. We waited for OG to come with the barbecue grill and the food, and y'all thinking all this. You feel me? And it's the thing. This what I really had to break down. It's like, you right. You don't know. You feel me? You don't. And it's the thing.
You might bump into that white dude and he might be like, hey, I got an opportunity for you.
And it's the thing. You gotta, instead of going and hiding where you from or hiding the things you do or how you move, just try to find common ground with people. Because everybody different. You feel me? But you find common ground with somebody, they'll see like, oh, like we here with it. You feel me? Like,
you gotta find peace within yourself too, though.
For sure.
Like, and I just learned this, like, just now.
I don't mean to cut you off, but if you don't got peace within yourself, you shouldn't be outside trying to make connections because you're going to let the right thing gonna walk in front of your face.
Yep.
And if you not where you supposed to be, headspace, you know, all that, you know, you don't got the confidence, it's gonna leave. And that might be your shot. So the best thing I could say to everybody out there, you know, grown, young, black, white, it don't matter. Just build your confidence up. You got to know it's like, it's a lot of people in this world. You feel me? It's like nobody is like you, but it's people that can relate to you. You know what I'm saying?
And before I dive deep into religion, I started studying like energy. And that was my other coping mechanism, bro. I had way too many people die way too soon in my head. You know, God got a plan. But in my head, I felt like when they left, their energy left with them at first. And I had to start really thinking, like, who do I act like? Like, who did they act like? Where did they get their energy from? Because to understand that my dad acted like his dad and his dad acted like his dad helped me really understand that. And they said it before, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It just is. It just is. And once I started just being, and I was really happy with where I was and who I was becoming or who I was. I mean, you know, of course, I'm my own biggest critic. But once I started really opening my eyes to what I was becoming, bro, and which way I was headed, the trials and tribulations, and we said it before, I could get hit in the face with a rock. I don't feel no type of pain from it. In all honesty, it just is. Just how it is.
That gotta do off your mindset, though. Your mindset, your mind. I feel like people don't understand your mind is the biggest thing in this world. Like, it don't matter. Like, I'm gonna keep it straight. Like, be nice, give your heart, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That type of stuff don't matter. You can literally your whole week, your whole year, your whole month, your whole life can go up or down based on your mindset.
Exactly.
You can be having it all today, and you go through something tonight. You wake up in the morning with a bad mindset and lose it all. And I'm a product of that. And I can honestly say I done been in that position a couple of times where I done was doing stuff like things that, you feel me, people would dream and beg of.
Yeah.
Something in my life happened that caused my mindset to shift and I lose focus.
Yeah.
And
it's so
real.
crazy because my mindset, and we talked about self-diagnosis. If you didn't catch my first podcast with Man Up Club Presents, go look at it and dive into self-diagnosis. Recognizing that you have a problem and coming up with a solution by yourself based off what you know. Mm-hmm. And without the doctorates, without going to school for it, without studying it or really understanding what it is, telling yourself that you need to go smoke to feel better and you never smoked before.
Never.
Or telling yourself you need a drink when you never drunk before. It's the same type of situation. It's just a mindset. I will never smoke a cigarette.
Personally.
Nah.
Personally.
Personally.
Cigs is crazy. Please stay away
Squares
from
is crazy. But
and then vapes.
Vapes is killing us softly. This generation we're the vapors. Technology is a problem.
Everything.
Problem. Because we letting stuff think for us.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. It going back to the mindset. If you have a strong mindset, you can't get beat.
No.
Life
can throw, if you got a strong mindset, life can throw anything at you.
Yep.
And it's just like, it's not effective. It might, you feel me? You might be walking on the path. You might have to step on a rock or two.
Yep.
But you're still on your path. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's why you got to have a strong mindset. You got to have, all good warriors got tough skin.
Yeah. And I think that's a beautiful way to end it. Hey, say it one more time for me.
Man. All tough warriors got tough skin. That's just natural life. You can't be a warrior and then you're going to be out here with little skin because anything can penetrate it.
Yep, and God give his toughest battles to his strongest.
And I'm not going to lie, and I can really say this. You go through the storm, while it's raining, you would think it'll never end. But when the rain over with, you really can notice, like, you can get through anything.
And the world beautiful afterwards.
It definitely is, man.
Hey, you with DJ, my boy Solo Swerve. You want to talk to him?
Solo Swerve, the biggest, man.
The biggest. We got one more segment for y'all. We'll be right back. Yeah, it's your boy DJ, and I'm back with Man Up Club Presents on Holy Culture Radio, and we are in our last segment of the day. It is a beautiful show today. Like I said, that rewind button is always there for a reason. If you did not catch those gems, you might want to go back and shift through that podcast.
Go tap in, man.
Go tap in. And who I'm with again, man? Don't let
Solo
them
Swerve, man, the biggest. Solo_Swerve on all platforms. Go stream my music. Go like, subscribe, share. I got some new music on the way too. Some more podcasts. I got some stuff in the works, man. The
way Mrs. Dean said it, I am one of the newest members to the kingdom, and what I am doing is helping people remember that we got a big network. We got a crazy network right here, and everybody want to outsource. Everybody want to leave. We was off air talking about building legacy.
For sure.
Building legacy. What a lot of people don't understand is there's legacies right here. Mm-hmm. There is so much untapped treasure just right here within a 10-mile radius of where we at.
Facts.
And I've been on a mission to unearth it so I could give it to my kids.
And that's what it's about, though.
Hey, because time is precious. I don't know how much time I got left. I can't tell you how much time you got left.
Facts.
I'm praying to see 80. The average age of the man is 70 to 80 years old. Unfortunately, my family members don't make it past about 55, 60.
First for everything, breaking the generational thing.
I
man.
want to be 180. I'm finna go talk to Eli Musk about putting my brain in a robot.
And he can do it. He can do it.
I believe in him. If I don't believe in nothing else, I believe in us though. So with that said, man, you said you want a family. Run me back one time. Remind me what we was talking about before we got back.
You had asked me, if I wanted kids, like what, and I said I want a big family. I want 5, 6 kids, 4, 5 kids around that area because, you when you leave, it got to be something here. Like
Yeah.
it got to be I don't know. Like I want to make sure until I'm gone till I have kids. Even when I have kids, I want to make sure that they just gonna be good. They gotta they know my pops was standing on business regardless of what it was. But I don't want them to have no bad name because sometimes it's easy for your kids to inherit the bad.
Yo, negative.
Of course,
we were talking about a story. I don't want my kids knowing the negative stuff that I went through, so then they can get to the positive. I want
That's
them.
How you create the cycle. If you keep doing it, you feel me? If I got beef with this man, I have a kid, he got a kid, and we go up doing the same thing.
Yep.
Now our kid's beefing. That's unnecessary.
Yep.
My kid don't even got to know your kid.
Exactly.
You feel me? But if we put it in their face, what they gonna see? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like as far as legacy, man, I'm trying to build some positive stuff.
And that's what I'm on wholeheartedly. I'm glad to say I don't own an op. Like, for those who don't understand what I'm saying, I don't have a physical enemy.
Yeah.
Like, right now, I'm at a point in my life I don't have a physical enemy.
And that's good.
I will face anything that I've done and anything I'm willing to do with open arms right now because I don't have that worry. That same worry that we had when we was outside all day. I don't got that type of pressure right now. So
that's good. That's a blessing though. That's definitely a blessing to have that like you said, a weight lifted off you. That's like a weight lifted off your shoulders, Like that's real life.
I mean, and it just really came with doing more positive stuff though.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I don't want to say you can't knock me, cause you can. I'm far from perfect, but you can't knock the mission.
Of course.
I want to adopt a bunch of kids, like not on paper, but like I said, I want to build the community. If we the future of the community, and I go outside and I see little bro struggling, I feel like I'm obligated at this point to help him.
Man, back in the day, what's so crazy? You remember growing up, like you was in like elementary school.
Grandma stove.
You got the stoves over there. You got the candy lady.
Yep.
If it's 4 of your friends going to get, well, I'm gonna say if it was 4 of my friends and we going to the candy lady and I ain't got no money, they gonna give me something.
Exactly.
But you remember, like it used to be real villages. Like like you go to the candy lady with no money, she'll give you an icy cup of Freezy, a candy pig or something. And nowadays the village. We need villages, bro.
I mean, and unfortunately, like I said, social media and technology can be a tool, but it could be a tool of mass destruction too.
If you know what you're doing with it,
if you don't want to do nothing good with it, you not.
You can be the provider or the consumer.
Exactly, and I think people got so comfortable being a consumer right now.
Mm-hmm.
They so comfortable.
It don't cost nothing.
Yeah, they wait.
It don't cost you no sleep. It don't cost you no money. You wake up.
You get to judge people.
Literally.
You get to freely do whatever you want to without any judgment if you're not the one on that platform.
I can go on my phone right now and make a Facebook page of somebody I never met.
Yep.
And beat them.
Yep. And we talked about going to jail. It's just like that.
Mm-hmm.
If people don't know who you are, you could be whoever you want to be. When I got locked up,
people need to incorporate that in this world. Yeah. I'm from Minnesota.
Yep.
I go to Cali or something. Y'all don't know who I am. You'll hear my music, but you don't know who I am.
Yep.
Not saying I gotta lie about who I am, but the stuff I'm coming from out here, I ain't gotta deal with that out there. I don't gotta go out there and be like, "Hey, I'm gang. You feel me? Nah, man, bro. That type of stuff is so washed up nowadays.
Exactly. And for me, I'm a challenge people. I like challenging people. So for all my people who are connected to or working with young black men, my challenge for them is to not compare. don't compare people to people that you know. Do not sit here and compare my homie Solo Swerve to NBA YoungBoy.
No, because don't get me wrong, his music good. You feel me? Now he getting kind of on the right path. But at the same type of time, my path is way different than his.
Don't compare me to something I sound like.
And I mean that respectfully. Shout out NBA YoungBoy, but the stuff I do, he don't do.
Yeah,
that's just natural.
And that's why I say everybody does have their unique energy.
Yeah, fact.
Feel me? Everybody got their own vibe. You can't expect me to have your vibe if I never met you. And you definitely should not judge me off of social media. I play way too much.
I'm sitting here with a troll as we speak, man.
Look, I play way too much. But if you ever want to have a conversation with me or anybody that you see on the podcast, feel free to reach out to the Man Up Club or the Man Up Club Presents. We're here to help y'all understand what we go through on a day-to-day basis. What is our mindset? What are we thinking?
Facts. And I want anybody that's watching this, if you don't know me and you plan on tapping in with me, just know I'm not Hollywood. You text me and you don't want to talk about music. You want to talk about life. I do that. You feel me? I've been in that position to where it's like, I need somebody to talk to. You feel me? You might listen to me and be like, I would want to sit and have a conversation with him. Yep. Let's get it going.
Hey, near peer mentorship, we need more of it. If you ages 12 to 25 and you part of my generation and Gen Z got a bad name. So, in order to change our name, which is hard to do, you talk about building credit when you ain't got none. Yeah, if you don't have a co-signer yet, go get you one. Go build your network and have people behind you that are going to tell people who you are for you in the most positive way possible. The less that you have to put energy in explaining why you're here and what you want to do, the more energy that you actually have to execute and do what you need to do.
And let me say this, like he said, get you a co-signer, but at the same time, do not mess your co-signer life up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't have me go tell the person that's writing my checks to write you one, and you not gonna come give him what I'm.
Exactly, and that's why I said you can't compare. You can't compare my struggle to your struggle, even if we from the same place. Mentally, you have no idea what I'm going through as a young black man. I probably been through too much at my age. Mm-hmm. And I could say that for this whole generation. We've been through too much at our age. There's a point where we have to depack and empty out a little bit. And the only way that I feel comfortable doing that is by talking to my peers a lot of times. Mm-hmm. Like, if I talk to my mom, there's that fear of disappointment. Yeah. I don't want my mama to know the stories.
Nah, facts.
I don't want her.
Mama
don't
want to hear that, man.
My mom don't. She want me to be her friend. Like, I'm the only.
No, yeah,
boy.
Of course. But when you start really breaking it down,
yeah, nah.
OG don't want to hear that.
Nah,
she never respected this type of stuff we used to.
I think she did though.
I mean, don't know OG really expect that, man.
No, don't nobody wish the worst for anybody. Like,
let me say that. Nobody wishes it.
Nobody wishes it. But when I was in jail, my mom ain't come visit me.
Oh, I'm gonna let you. Hey, mama, I know you're gonna watch this because I'm gonna send it to you. My mom told me from day one when my brother went to jail, it's two things I don't do: people playing with my house, in jails.
Yep.
You go to jail, you call me, I pick up.
Yep.
But I ain't coming to see you at all,
man.
And I respect that though.
You
don't want to see you don't want to see your homie in no casket, folks.
Nope.
Your mama don't want to see her baby in no cell, folks, and that's real life.
And this is where that disconnection came from. And I think this is a beautiful way to kind of help y'all understand why we end up in these cycles. I can't go visit none of the people that get locked up.
Me either.
As a criminal, I can't go visit other criminals in jail. They turn me around. So even if my friend is in there and he changed his whole life around and I want to understand how he did it, we can't have no conversation until he's out.
You talk on that phone, but
or
really,
we talk on the
really
phone.
Not
but
be able to do that.
I can't really do that neither, just out of fear of getting in trouble, because I know how our conversations go, and then they want to know this, then we talking, and then people listening, so then they gonna take it how they take it, even if we're being positive. Like, if we start talking like we talk when we outside, they not even gonna understand what we're saying, so then I gotta go back and break it down. And the way that the system is set up, the best way to be successful is to not be in it.
Nah, yeah.
That's the,
And I ain't gonna lie, and I can say this, I learned this, and this is like on another path, but it's going to the same direction.
hey,
Like I used to want to do a lot of things and have my name on it.
yep.
What I learned is, like, me, I always carry myself or wanted to be a boss. You feel me? But like
Yeah.
it's just like bosses don't want all the attention.
Hey, look, and if you a boss, or you want to be a boss, I'm gonna let you know now. You gonna end up working for more people than you was when you was just an employee. When you were just trying to please one person and you had a boss, you should have took that. It's almost like having a parent before you moved into your own crib.
Yep.
You didn't want to live under nobody's roof. You only had to pay your mama.
Facts.
Only had to pay your dad a couple dollars here
You
and
gotta
there.
pay
And
the
be
water
respectful.
man, the light man, the rent
Now
man, the food
now
man.
you paying everybody. You is in charge now, which means that you're responsible for everybody who is under you. And if you plan on having a big business, you better get your stuff together now. Get right with God, get yourself together, and then try to help people, because if you work backwards, then it's harder.
You don't want to give people false hope, man. For real.
Exactly.
You don't want to give nobody false hope.
Exactly. And be consistent.
Of
Said
course.
that in the beginning of the podcast. Whatever you gonna do, stay consistent. I'm not advocating for doing crime, but I believe in transferable skills.
No, yeah.
If you could sell something, you can sell something.
Literally.
And that's where we at, man. Make sure y'all tap in on our next podcast. My goal is to bring more people into this kingdom that we building and to continue to build up our community as we see fit. You got your boy DJ and
So Lil Swerve, man, the biggest.
right here on Holy Culture Radio, the Man Up Club presents Tap Back In.
Amen.